obligation déontologique technique et de vérification d'informations, des vérifications de dispositions, parce que là on est dans une matière juridique. Laissez-moi vous dire, si un État évoquait des questions d'économie, vous n'allez pas vérifier son inflation avant de recycler ce que le ministre de l'économie de ce pays dit. Donc, le journalisme économique doit se faire avec des notions économiques vérifiables. Donc, ceux qui s'hasardent à faire le journalisme judiciaire ne doivent pas s'éloigner de code pénal, ne doivent pas s'éloigner du statut de Rome et de la jurisprudence internationale. Donc voilà ma demande et mon interpellation. L'Afrique n'est pas dans une logique de soutenir l'impunité, mais l'Afrique est dans une logique de justice juste et universelle. Merci.
Merci beaucoup, professeur. We can take another round. Yes? Yes, we have a meeting. I don't have a meeting, but we have, let us have some questions. Yes, over there. The name and affiliation, please.
Lehana Tsotetsi from SABC. I just wanted to find out, with African member states really being interested to have gone and signed to be signatories of the ICC, why couldn't the same thinking come in establishing Africa's own ICC? And there were attempts of establishing one in Arusha, and it failed. What could be the reason behind lack of unity among member states?
Okay, another? Yes?
Thank you very much. It's Renee again from Bloomberg. I'm sorry, I'm not sure whether Dr. David maybe answered my question, but I unfortunately don't speak his beautiful language. So I'm still trying to find out whether the AU would encourage its members to probably withdraw from the Rome Statute and the ICC.
Okay. Another? Before we... Okay. Shilling the floor for you.
Withdrawal is a route we are going after we fail negotiations. As of now, there are various committees that have been set up to try to pursue this matter to bring back credibility to the ICC. And as we are sitting here, they will be making further decision on the matter of President al-Bashir and President Ruto, Vice President Ruto of Kenya. We always want to perfect a system. We are negotiating. Should we fail, the only option would be the withdrawal from the ICC of all African state parties. And I think that is unanimous already when you look at the various resolutions that have been made. In terms of unity, why are we not united? Yeah, before we may have had challenges because our integration process was still in infancy. Both the political economic integration process was still in infancy, and therefore there were disagreement. Those windows and gaps have now been closed. I think we are more agreeable with all the continental process agenda, and this led therefore to the adoption by the heads of state and government of the additional protocol to the African Court on Human and People's Rights, establishing or extending the mandate of the court to international crime. Kenya was the first one that signed it immediately. It was adopted in January 2015 in Addis Ababa. More member states are making moves to sign and ratify. Our rules say, and this is how Africa is. All our treaties, you need only a minimum of 15 member states is coming into effect. But for this treaty, because of the importance of it, it has been put at 2/3. That's the importance we attach to this aspect. While we give chance to the ICC to reorganize itself or to bury itself, one of the two. Because our view is that, and David did refer to this, a witness is voluntary. If you pay bills for a witness, you don't expect a witness. You fly to Netherlands, put in a hotel, pay money and so forth, and take them into court and expect the opposite. So we don't want that judicial system which heals at a distance. We want to see it, because when you see justice, then justice gives relief to this matter. So our view is that we are now more united, my brother, on this matter, because our integration process is moving very fast. 3 RECs did sign the common free trade area for the continent. That shows how fast we're moving. There is free movement in ECOWAS, free movement of people in East Africa and goods, and this is bearing fruit. So the differences we used to have on certain issues have now been zeroed to zero, because we have all seen in ourselves one agenda, and that is the agenda of moving the continent forward and bringing credibility to ourselves. And the price we are going to pay for our credibility is to ensure that the gaps are closed, and we are closing them very fast.
Laissez-moi ajouter que le droit de l'Union africaine n'est pas incompatible au droit international. Donc la mise sur pied, lorsque cela sera possible, d'une cour africaine, cela ne remettra pas en cause les fondamentaux du droit international pénal. Donc la justice, que ce soit au niveau mondial, que ce soit au niveau régional, restera une justice juste. Il y a une compatibilité entre la justice régionale et la justice internationale. On ne peut pas empêcher les Africains à régionaliser leur système pénal. Comme on n'a pas empêché les Africains à régionaliser leur commerce intra-africain, on ne peut pas non plus empêcher les États, par des accords, négocier, adopter, créant des obligations et de droits, à ce que les Africains puissent aussi organiser leur système de répression, leur système judiciaire. Donc, ce que fait l'Afrique, ce n'est pas en opposition au droit international, mais c'est pour renforcer la justice, une justice juste.
Merci beaucoup. Because we are about to close, David, wait for 1 minute before we close down.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. One of the issues which I think is unstated with regards to continuing African Union membership by member states of the ICC is that because this is fundamentally a European baby, it's a European institution, it's European funded and directed as mentioned, every single trade agreement, every single aid and development agreement signed between the European Union and African member states of the ICC includes, and non-member states of the ICC, includes a paragraph which actually mandates that African state to cooperate with the International Criminal Court. So this is a very, very clear economic blackmail by the first world within the emerging world, and certainly within Africa. So Sudan, for example, because it has chosen not to sign up to the ICC, because it has chosen to ignore the claims and demands of the ICC, Sudan has actually forfeit 1 billion euros in European Union development assistance. Now, for many other African countries, they understandably are reluctant to actually forego that amount of money for ICC membership. If that was not on the table, if that was not an issue, I think you would have had dozens, if not all, African member states of the ICC having already left the ICC. So this actually ties in with the earlier point about bullying. Europe, once again, is the bully within Africa. Every single European intervention within Africa has been disastrous. And I look just at what happened in Libya a few years ago. The ICC is just one more example of that disastrous intervention.
Yeah, thank you, all of you, for coming here. And also, we'd like, I received a big thank from Sudanese community who are gathering at the airport, receiving His Excellency the President Omar al-Bashir airplane just about to land in Sudan airspace. thank you for, in behalf of Sudanese people who sang the Southern African communities, inspiring Nelson Mandela principle, who you have Sudanese passport in the process of liberation movement. Thank you, all of you here. And thank you for you accommodating all of us here to speak out the truth and to say salute for the journalists who come out down here to receive this conference. Thank you, all of you. And also the ECOSO should be mentioned for helping, supporting NGOs. And this is one of the way how NGOs being accommodated within the AU system. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. Thank you. Big thank for it.